Today is supposed to be Science Friday, where I don't talk about politics, but we can just never go a fucking day, can we? Why can't we go a day? Well, this time it's because they removed a sitting U.S. senator from a fucking press conference for asking a fucking question. The FBI, the fucking feds, wrestled a sitting United States senator out of a Department of Homeland Security press conference for asking a question. And not just any U.S. Senator, Alex Padilla, a ranking member on the Judiciary Subcommittee of Citizenship, Immigration, and Border Safety. You know, a man who is not only just there as an American citizen exercising his First Amendment rights to ask a fucking public official a fucking question, a man who is an elected U.S. Senator who has committee authority on the very topics that press conference was about. A sitting U.S. Senator with authority on the topic who went to this press conference to ask Secretary Kristi Noem, who was holding it, a question that she has refused to answer via private email and phone call. And this isn't hearsay, this isn't hyperbole, this isn't something that somebody's blowing out of proportion for political theater. No. Look at this shit.
Exaggerating and embellishing. Sir, hands up. I'm Senator Alex Padilla. I have questions for the Secretary, because the fact of the matter is, a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your...
Also, I want to talk specifically to the rioters and to the politicians.
The fact of the matter is, a half a dozen violent criminals that you're rotating on your...
On the ground.
I also want to talk about specifically...
Hands on your back.
Leave it in my hands. Go ahead, put me on my back.
All right, cool. With the hand. Lay flat.
Other hand, sir. Other hand.
There's no recording allowed out here. I did not know. There's no recording allowed out here for FBI rights for the building. So what, I'm sorry? There's no recording allowed out here. That's my boss. I have to record everything out here. You can record. There's no recording allowed out here. I'm not a member. There's no recording allowed. I understand that, sir, but...
This is fucking dictator shit. Which is appropriate, I guess, because we're having some North Korean-style military parade in the Capitol this weekend for dear leader's birthday. Although the weather is calling for thunderstorms, so with any luck at all, it may literally rain on Trump's parade. You hear that? Literally. Not a figure of speech. It may literally rain on Trump's parade. Weather app, don't fail me now. You've let me down a lot in the past, but not this time. We need this. We need this. I'll embrace the rain here right now while I'm recording this video. If you can give it to him on Saturday while I am out there speaking to a large group of people, hopefully without the rain. Although I'm not the little wicked bitch of the West who'd have to move an inauguration inside because I'm scared of a little bit of rain. So if it rains on the No Kings rally on Saturday, you know what? I'll be out there speaking in that if they let me anyway. Although I will happily do that too if it rains on his parade as well, because please let it rain on his parade. Anyway, I'm getting off topic though. This is not okay. This is an elected official, not just any official, a sitting U.S. senator with a committee position directly responsible for overseeing the immigration policies that Kristi Noem is undertaking, which have largely been illegal and unconstitutional. And when she was put on the spot, she responded by having fucking goose-stepping feds put him in cuffs and haul him out of the press conference. That is not how we do shit in a democracy. And then when asked for comment, the deportation real doll was like, oh, Secret Service thought he was an attacker and they acted appropriately. The man's a sitting U.S. senator. The fuck they thought he was an attacker. Of course, everybody in the cheddar cheese Charles Manson family feels that anybody who uses the First Amendment to do anything even slightly critical of them is basically a terrorist, so not surprised. I guess we shouldn't be surprised that anybody in the Kim Jong illiterate regime has an IQ lower than the temperature of a walk-in freezer, and they struggle with counting, so of course they're afraid of accountability. But the reality is this shit is Nazi shit, right? And we keep saying it, but I don't think y'all are getting it. This is not only silencing political opponents, this is a threat. See, because they don't really care about what question he was going to be asking or the optics of the answer that they were going to have to give, because they don't give a shit about optics at all anymore. If they did, they wouldn't be sending the crayon-eating cavalry into fucking U.S. cities. In fact, the Chicken McNugget Marines are in Los Angeles right now for the exact same reason they decided to use the feds to forcibly remove a sitting U.S. senator from a press conference. And that is to bully and send a message to any would-be political dissident that if they even dare think about criticizing Saffron Saddam, that they are willing to use physical force and physically harm anybody to shut them the fuck up. This is it, guys. This is Orange Julius Caesar floating his fat ass across the Rubicon right now. We need to make sure that we are standing on the shore doing our best Gandalf and telling him he will not pass if we've got any hope of preserving our democracy. In that spirit, I hope you'll be joining us all tomorrow to celebrate Dear Leader's birthday by telling the Dorito-dusted taco toddler that Americans have no kings. And for the love of God, all you Flavor Aid fascists, can you take just a little bit of a break from ruining the world for a minute so I can do a science video next Friday? Because if you could, that'd be great. Okay, thanks.